fire and emergency services. Well, today we are launching a road safety campaign for Christmas. We don't want to lose one life on our road. So far we've lost 250 lives on Queensland roads, and it simply is not good enough. And this Christmas, police will be out in force like never before. There'll be an extra 500 police officers on the front line this year enforcing the traffic regulations to send a clear message that we do not want you to be a victim of the fatal five. So please remember the fatal five: speeding, seatbelt, drink driving, fatigue and inattention. These are 5 fatal offences that takes the lives of many innocent Queenslanders. And these lives are being taken because people are taking the wrong choice. So please look after your mates, look after your family. We want you to have a great Christmas, celebrate Christmas, and all survive in a way. So please obey the road rules. We make no apologies for being out in force on Queensland highways and streets from this Friday till the end of January. So please ensure that you drive to the regulations. We want you to arrive home safely and make sure that your loved ones can enjoy you during this festive season. We've also seen a number of changes and enforcement actions which the Commissioner will speak about in relation to operational matters. But there again, I just want to reinforce the message for this particular launch is we don't want to lose one Queensland life. And the only way that police and emergency service workers can do that is all Queenslanders working together. So if you see someone in a car doing the wrong thing, please report it. But if you're in the car with a loved one, please tell them to pull over. Plan your trip. Give yourself plenty of time to make sure that you know where your journey is going to, that you don't put yourself and other members of that vehicle under pressure, so we can all enjoy a festive season.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What I'd add to that this year is that we know that 33% of our fatalities on our roads this year have been what we would call our vulnerable road users. So riders of push bikes, riders of motorcycles or pedestrians. I'd ask all people who use our roads, particularly those using motorcycles and bicycles, to take care. But I'd also ask all of the drivers of vehicles, cars, trucks, those types of vehicles, to take that extra bit of care to ensure that they look for those vulnerable people who are also using the roadway. They want to get home just as safely as our vehicle drivers, our road user drivers. Certainly it's been an incredible year on our road. We're getting out there and we're going to enforce the laws even more heavily over this Christmas period. But we've had 2 reductions in tolerance levels in terms of our enforcement of the speed laws. We're seeing a drop in the average speeds of the motoring public, and that can only be a good thing as people drive to the conditions and they drive to the speed limit, not what they think that speed limit should be. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask all of you to take responsibility for driving safely over this Christmas period and to make 2014 an even safer year on our roads here in Australia. Thank you. Happy to take any questions. Look, we follow the stats very carefully where these things are happening. One of the reasons this year that we changed the structure in the organisation to create a centralised road policing command was for that very reason, so that we can go exactly where the analysis is showing us that we're having our biggest problems. And country roads in particular are an area that we target very heavily because unfortunately we do have an over-representation of fatal accidents on those country roads. We make a point that every officer has a responsibility to enforce the road rules. It doesn't matter whether they're the traffic branch, general duties, or in fact our detectives. We want everyone to take responsibility to enforce the laws. But we wouldn't have to do this if everyone obeyed the laws, all of the road using public obeyed the laws. And we'd ask everyone out there to take responsibility to drive more safely. I'd be very disappointed with the effort that we've put into the Gold Coast with our task force policing down there over the last 12 months. I'd be very disappointed if we weren't getting a reduction in vehicle crime. What we're seeing across the state, though, is a reduction over this year. people have already got access to a range of weaponry needed to keep them safe. We haven't seen any incidents that have started. I'm very grateful for that. What I do know is that our people are trained, they're equipped, and they're led in a way which minimises the risk for them. Certainly, if I believe that there is a need for even more equipment, including weapons, I'll make that request to them. The philosophy and vision for the future of policing in this state is being tested with the creation of what we call a rapid response group on the Gold Coast, which will work out of hub. So that'll be a facility where we can deploy police very rapidly on a day-by-day and even hour-by-hour basis to attack crime where it's happening. We're moving to that right now. The government has given us the funding to go ahead to put the pilot in place, and that'll be completed early in the new year. We haven't decided on that exact spot yet, but it will be a facility that allows our people to come and go and to work more efficiently in terms of supporting large groups to saturate areas where we're always looking at better ways of doing our job, and as I said, we've seen a reduction in crime across the board in the state so far this year. There are amazing results that we've had on the Gold Coast, and I congratulate all of the officers who are involved in that. But I also thank the public, and Crime Stoppers has been a really important part of this, and the Minister might want to talk about Crime Stoppers and the effect that that's had. But what we're seeing is
Queenslanders obviously want to be able to come on crime, send a clear message to criminal gangs and other people who want to bring home stuff onto the Queensland streets are simply not wanted here in Queensland. We're seeing a reflection from a targeting and obviously the elimination of criminal gangs here in Queensland via direct incidents of rape matters, serious assaults and other serious offences, not just in the Gold Coast, but right across Queensland. So we're going to maintain the enforcement. We've got the legislation, the police have got the resources, and the Queensland people have got the will to send a clear message that these criminal gangs have no place in Queensland society.
Yes, thank you. The Yandina 5, as they're being referred to, have been remanded in custody, and they're going to next appear in Brisbane on the 18th of December. We all make choices in life, and people who associate with criminals throughout their lives have to understand that they're going to be punished, particularly if they're we make no apology for that. The government's made it clear that Queensland needs to be a better place in this regard, and we're enforcing it. As I said, we will go after these criminal motorcycle gangs, where they are in the country, where they are in the state. We make no apologies for the tactics that we will use to keep them out. Our job is to do, and we'll go after them any way we see. Minister?
Yeah, real quick. We make no apologies of getting tough on criminal gang members. We will use whatever legislation and we'll use all the legitimate forces of the Queensland Police Service to get criminal gang members and their associates out of Queensland. The rest of the other states and territories are looking on with great envy of what's happening here in Queensland. And these people make choices. If they want to be members of criminal gangs or associates, well, they will steal the bull. They have no apologies for that. They have nowhere to run. If they want to join a legitimate community club, so be it. Whilst they're members of criminal gangs associates, we will certainly ensure that the full force of the police service, as well as the justice system, reflecting the community expectations, will send a clear message that they will end up behind bars for a long, long time. Look, certainly have. We started with the restructure of the police service through the Commissioner when he first came on board. We did the overall restructure of the portfolio. We have now introduced over 500 police officers as part of our 1,100 police officers for the state over the coming years. We've introduced a brand new helicopter for the Gold Coast. We've got a new helicopter, an additional helicopter coming online in the new financial year. We've had legislations changed in place. This is all part of the overall effort to reduce crime right across the state, as well as reduce violence. We had the initiative of Operation Unite starting this Friday and going right across the whole of the state as well. This is a unified approach, but we need the people of Queensland to make sure that these criminals have no place to live in their community. Look, obviously we made a commitment in conjunction with the Commissioner of Police, and the department asked for over $20 million. We said we'd provide that, but also look at any other financial assistance that they need in the future to make sure that we have a clear, united, but also a very professional and modern police force tackling crime in this state. We also introduced the government wireless network, nearly $500 million. You know, for the first time, police and emergency service workers will be able to talk to each other and obviously be able to assist them in fighting down crime. It is a whole different police force now compared to 20 years, and we're meeting that community expectation, and we want to make sure people stay safe, that all Queenslanders can sleep safely in their bed, knowing that the police will be out there protecting them and their property, and then they can wake up in the next morning and go about their lives and their business in a very safe way. Look, those are matters for the Treasurer, but I obviously anything as far as from a police perspective, we will certainly ensure that we provide our hard-working fire and emergency and police workers.